In this video, I'm going to teach you how to create a pre and post assessment. Once you are in your tracker, you find the unit you want to create a pre and post test for. Here I have my place value standards in blue, and I want to create an assessment for these standards. In the tracker, I'm going to come up here and I'm going to click the Add Assessment button. When you click Add Assessment, you have multiple choices. You can search the community, which is what we did earlier. You can select from your assessments, which are ones you've created or bookmarked, or you could create a brand new assessment. For these purposes, I'm going to click Select from my assessments. I already have my assessment ready and made. And so I'm going to click down here, and since it's one I created and I know I want to use, all I have to do is click this Add button. Once I click that Add button, it'll say Add to Tracker. I click Add to Tracker. I was in this tracker, so it went ahead and checked the box. Down below, it'll show me any trackers that already have the assessment. So last year I used this assessment, and it's just telling me it's already in this tracker. So once I have the tracker or trackers checked, I click Add. As you can see, this is a multi-standard assessment. It doesn't matter which assess I click to start the test. I could click any of them and still get the same test ID number for my kids to take the test. I'm going to go back to my tracker, and when I'm in my tracker, you will see these are my standards. The M here stands for multiple, as in this test has multiple standards. It's a multiple standard assessment. And the one above all of these now show that each standard has one assessment assigned to it. Now, this is my pre-assessment. My post-assessment is going to be the exact same assessment that I give my kids at the end of our lessons. So I'm going to again click Add Assessment from my assessments. I'm going to go right back to the place value assessment that I used before. This time I'm going to actually click on the name of the assessment and open it up. I'm going to clone this assessment. To clone an assessment, you're basically making an exact copy. You're just changing the name. So I will click on the button that looks like two pieces of paper. Click Clone again. And then the only thing I'm going to do is add the title. It's going to say Post Place Value. Everything else I will leave the same. This was already created for the assessment prior. I'll click Clone the Assessment. Now I have this assessment twice. I have it as a place value assessment for my pre and a post place value assessment. Now to add this to my unit, I'm going to click Add to Tracker. Again, it'll come up with a list of trackers that have the same standards inside. I'll choose Franklin Math 2018-2019 and Add. Once you add an assessment to your tracker, it always takes you straight to that assessment. Again, I can click on any Assess button, and I will get a different ID for this test. When you go back to your tracker, you will now see Post Place Value and Place Value. If you want your pre-test before the post-test, just click those arrows, drag it over with the yellow. Each of my standards now has a 2 above it, showing that there are now 2 assessments in my tracker that cover these standards. You can add an assessment for just one standard or multiple. This is how you would create a pre and post assessment.